I know later on, somebody will be here. And for people who will catch it a little bit later, I'd like to say hello to you all and welcome to my chat room. Welcome. How y'all doing? I see somebody is in the chat room now. I got to play the monetization game for a little bit. Yeah, I have to play the monetization game for a minute, and y'all know how that goes. And turn them on because they're all uh, by default off. Okay. Okay, so they've said limited. They think it's content that may not be suitable. When you say we want you out, things are like that. Those are trigger words. Okay, so I requested a review on that. Okay. Um, Okay, now. I'm here. How's everyone in the chat? Hey, TK Brantley, you get the welcome and boss I call. Yay. How you doing? How are you? Hey, Chris. Thank you for moderating. The Chris says greetings to all. Hey, Holy Witch, how you doing? Hey, Chocolate Tea. Hey, Sound of Color. And hello, Alexis. Hola to you too. Okay, so I got the screen blacked out just in case people are wondering why is the screen black and they think something is going on this end. It's because I have it blacked out intentionally. I have to put out my protection curse boundaries. If you hear out of love and you mean me good and you know in your heart whether you mean me good, you know why you're here, you have nothing to worry about. But those who are you know I don't have to explain this. This is not for people who come here and respect me and my content. This is not for you all. It is for those who don't. So I have to put up my protection curse seal. Anyone that comes to my channel that has done spiritual curse work on me, have burned a candle, or who have a beef tongue or anything of any nature to bring harm to me, and my material, my content, my spirits, those things I love, as well as the people who do come here in my chat room to because they have a God-given right to be here. They're here because they want to, and they appreciate me and they appreciate what I bring to the table. If you try to bring any harm to them, too, this seal is for you. Anyone that comes to my channel that has done spiritual curse work on Spiritree Naima, aka Mother Wisdom Tree, Mother of the Crossroads, Vanita Davis, any of my aliases, me, myself personally, or my spirits, or those who come into my chat room, and they come, like I say, once again, they come in respect and love. If you do any work on them, darkness will come into your home and your astroscape, and you will be terrorized. No supernatural force or man or woman will be able to break, okay, any light into this curse. Your spiritual prosperity will dry up to a desert, both physically and spiritually. Your dreams will be haunted. All content discussed here is meant to educate those who are humble to me and my sources. If any of this content is discussed, okay, to your clients on your platforms, anywhere in the physical, even on social media, you must give reference to me, okay? Spiritree, or if not, the curse is executed. So now for you all, so we're going to make this a little quicker because I can't go through this every single live stream. So what I am going to call this is Project Astroscape 1322. So when you hear me say 1322 or Project Astroscape 1322, I may just say Project Astroscape, or I may say Project 1322. You'll know that it is in reference to this curse that I've laid out. Okay, for a lot of people, you may be feeling like, why she got to do this? Because I done had too many people to use me for too long. People have created relationships with other people, okay? They found each other just so that they can discuss me in a negative manner. All of those relationships are now destroyed. I have pitched the two of you all together. May y'all fuss day and night. May you all no longer trust each other. Now, if you have not gone through the level of persecution that I have gone through, you will not understand this. But this is not a love and light channel. Now, when you're in the love and light arena and you've lived your life with a whole lot of people coming together with you, loving you, and treating you with respect, then you will not understand this type content. And I understand. But when you've grown up in a lifetime of people, fighting you, pushing you, kicking you, and scapegoating you for all of their problems. Anytime something goes wrong, they say you done it because you are just a little brown scapegoat to everybody. You fixed the problem. When you're always the peacemaker, you always got to come in when you don't feel like it, because you're a human being just like everybody else. You don't feel like fixing problems, but everybody expects for you to fix it. And when you through fixing problems, you can go and go. This is how I've been used all my life. Oh, you fixed the problem. Get the hell up out of here. We don't need you. We're going to put you back in your box. You stay in there till we need you again. When you're dealing with the fact that you have friends and you wanted to share your friends with other friends, and then what they do is they all become friends and talk about you and pick on you. Or either your friend don't want you to be friends with nobody else. Everybody wants you to themselves. I've had that issue to happen where I have introduced other friends to friends, and then one of the friends may try to fight against the other friend because they don't want anyone to be friends with me. Even like Mr. Willie he didn't even want my biological mama in my life. He was very angry with her before we got to meet her. And it was because he was afraid that he was going to lose me to my biological mother. You see what I'm saying? So I asked him, why do you do people like that? Why do you run off my friend? And he said, because you're special. There are just not many people like yourself here. See what I'm saying? And for a lot of these people out here in social media, what they do, they spiritually bully me. And I'm not no victim. Do never think that I'm ever playing victim, okay? Ain't no victim over here, honey. Over here ain't nothing but a warrior. So don't think I'm trying to get no pity or no mercy, but I'm just telling you how people do. They go on social media and they bully you. They try to intimidate you. They think they can scare you. But I'm here to say that this curse is for you. All of the spiritual bullies out there. And no one but no one is going to tell me what I can and I cannot discuss. So go on your smear campaigns. Do what you got to do. But this right here, baby, I got you. This works. I got you right here, right now. And I don't care how many incantations you chant. I don't care who you call on. Okay? It is a given, and they already know who you are. They know your heart. They know you come to spiritually bully. They know it already. So they're not going to help you. Nothing is going to help you if you come over here to my channel. You understand? To steal content or try in any kind of way to violate me. Hello? May darkness shadow your whole entire existence. And I ain't going to go into all of that. So anyway, so we're going to come here. Project Astroscape 1322 has been activated. So bring it. Bring it. Everybody in this chat room is protected and covered, including myself and others that want to come here and learn. They want to learn. They don't want to burn. All of the naysayers and haters, you come to burn. Every time you come in here, you got any pre-existing illnesses, they will be exacerbated. So that's what I got for you. Because they're going to come on up in here anyway, because spiritual bullies let me tell you something about spiritual bullies. They have absolutely no connection to any type source. You are their source, you and others. Anyone that is connected to source know the rules. They know that they must abide by the rules, and there is no way around it. There's no way around the rules. But you have to be spiritually connected to the divine forces to understand that. Okay? Spiritual bullies are the people that do a lot of reading. They read, they can retain information from what they read, but they don't know how to, once again, execute any of the information. It made me think about this herbalist. It made me think about the herbalist, and it makes me think about those who want to be herbalists, or the root worker, and those who want to be the root worker. You understand? The herbalist and the root worker, by nature of the spirit. I'm not talking about somebody who just used the name, I'm a root worker. That don't mean nothing. But the true, like I said, appointed one, chosen one, the true chosen root worker, you understand? The plants respond to them. The essence of that plant, of that weed, responds to them and does the work, okay? Now, you got your book readers that will say, oh, all you got to do is use some oil of oregano and you can kill the coronavirus. You can kill all these viruses. Okay, so these are the people that speak the word into existence. But just because they've spoken the word into existence, or the essence into existence, that does not mean that the plant is going to respond to anything they say. You see what I'm saying? But when you got that root worker that know what they're doing, and they make up you a nice concoction to kill all viruses, oh yeah, it's going to work. But you may have just read it in a book. Oh, oil of oregano kills viruses. Let me go and try to use some of that. Let me drink a concoction of that, and I will never ever get a virus, or I'm going to kill all the viruses in my body. It's not going to work if that plant does not respond to the nature of you, who you are, because it's a gift. But now if the herbalist gives me a concoction for a virus, you understand, this herbalist who is gifted, you know what I'm saying, with this type of, energy, I'm going to not get any viruses. Okay? Can't no virus get me because she knows what she is hers. It's her energy. See what I'm saying? So this is what I'm getting into. Everybody that claims to be this, that, and the other ain't necessarily what they claim to be. See what I'm saying? So I'm going to you so you can give me something to get rid of my virus. And you can't. You can't, you don't have the authority. Hello? So know what your niche is. See, spiritual bullies know they don't have it. So they do a lot of discussing and talking about it to try it. They have to do a lot of work to convince people they have it because they cannot show forth evidence that they have anything. Hello? You have some people that demonstrate. You can see it on camera. You see that they are true to what they're doing. There's evidence. Okay? Then you got people that just spend a whole bunch of time just on a black screen talking about what they got, and they ain't showed nobody nothing. They just got to keep trying to drill it in your head. Listen, listen, listen. This is what I do. I do this. I do that. And ain't nobody seen nothing yet. You're still wondering when you're gonna see it. And then they get out. They get frustrated with the people who do have evidence. And they feel like if they can spiritually bully the people, you understand, that do have what they don't have, it's a way to convince their audience that they got it. You can't convince me anything because you tear down a person who is proven and true. That, and I'm clearly looking at all of their works online. They have everything. And somebody else comes along and try to attack this person. I'm looking at the person that's trying to attack the other person. I'm looking at you. Oh, you're attacking this person. I'm on your channel looking for evidence that you can prove that you can do what you said you can do. This is what a spiritual bully is. And there's a bunch of them on YouTube. They're in the spiritual community running their mouths about everything you doing wrong. But they're yet to show us what they're doing right. We want receipts in our community. Do not listen to any spiritualists out there that have no receipts, that are spiritual bullies. I'm only talking about the spiritual bullies, and you're going to know them because their channel is going to be based purely only about what everybody else is doing wrong. That's it. Okay, so I've exhausted enough time here. For the record, if you want to see my content on this channel, come on Fridays. Content shall always be on this channel on Fridays unless the great big mother say no. Now, if she says no, you're not going to find no content here. I could be dead, laid up in a sick bed, have my own circumstances here. Or, YouTube don't want me here no more and I'm gone. Okay, so under those kind of circumstances, I won't be here. Okay. If the great big mother permit, I will be here. You can catch me here on Fridays. Okay. I have my other channel, Mother Wisdom Tree channel. You can get me there just about any time. If I have an inspiration, I'm going to come there and I'm going to give content. You know what I'm saying? If you'd like to see my history here on YouTube, you can go back to 2008 and beyond, but only on desktops and laptops. That's if they're still there on that. So you can go and see content there. Sometimes on an iPhone, but now on an Android tablet or phone, you can't go back too far on this channel. I have been here since 2008 teaching. I have not strayed from this because this is who I was at birth 54 years ago. Will be 55 in a little no time. Somebody says I always talk about age growing old. I think it's very helpful to do that For all of you all, especially for women who are growing older. This is for you. You understand? I want you to grace your gray hair. Never cover it up. Okay? Your gray hair is sort of like your badge of honor that you've been here, that you're true to yourself, to thine own self, and you want to be truthful with people. You don't want to hide and masquerade your hair behind dyes, wigs, or anything of that nature. Okay? You've earned those gray hairs. Gray hairs are not, like they try to say, something bad. It's not that. Gray hair is a status symbol here on the physical plane. This is your spiritual experience here at play. It says, hey, I have classroom experience. And it's right here in your face. Okay, these are receipts. Hell, every goddamn gray hair in my head is a motherfucking receipt. Okay, meaning that I know the fuck what I talk about. Any of you spiritualists who are being spiritually bullied by these uh numbskulls that have absolutely no spiritual talents, no spiritual gifts, you need to understand and you need to know it comes with the territory. Some of you all have undergone this. They've tried to get together and form an alliance to try to discredit your work. You understand? This is what I want you to look at right here for all of you spirit. I'm out here. I'm only for spiritually gifted people. You understand, that have evidence on their channel. They have a boatload of people there. If you got a boatload of people on your channel, this is uh 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 your receipts. People are here for a reason. If you sitting up here, you got, a whole bunch of folks in your live stream of 500, 1,000 people. I'm not saying you got to have that, but if you do have that, it speaks volumes. You're tried and you're true. The people are not just there for the fun of it. There's some essence that you have that they want. Okay? Something there. And it's beautiful when you don't have to sit around and talk about a bunch of people negatively to get a nice little crowd in there. I don't know, it may just be 20 people. You know what I'm saying? I can't really put a number on it, but I'm just saying you doing something right. But if you find yourself got 20 people or more in your chat room, or 5 people, I don't really want to put a number on there, and all you're doing is talking about how much better you can do something versus the other person, that is not good. Let your work speak for itself. Let people see the works, is all I'm saying. And this is what we need to do. So, spiritualists, if you have spiritual bullies out there, know that this is the only way they can get an audience, and this is the only way they can get content, by talking about the faults of other people like they have none. We all have faults. And people who spiritually bully and talk about other spiritualists' faults, the reason why they do that is because they don't want to look in the mirror. Why they don't want to look in the mirror? Because honestly, they do not like what they see. And I'm not talking about beauty and all of that. I'm talking about judging their character mirror, the character mirror. You know what I'm saying? They know it ain't nothing in there. So I figure if I tear you down and talk about all the things you doing wrong, Miss Auntie Sally can't cook potato salad like I can. You understand? And they're constantly calling other content creators' name to gather and harness whatever viewership they can get from their channel. And if you watch their videos, the only time they really get a spike in a view is if they're calling out another content creator's name. These are not spiritualists. A spiritualist should be able to stand on their own 2 feet. You understand what I'm saying? And talk about their very own content without having to draw in a content creator that get far more views than they get. I don't have to go in and just call out some content creators' names to get any type of views from this channel. I've never had to do it, and I never will. Now, I've talked about a few celebrities in the past that I like, but not in a negative way, but more or less. I'm not gonna. If I'm not gonna talk, I'm not calling nobody's name that I don't like. They're not gonna cause. See, for me to do that is to get the other person some views, and I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I just wanted to give y'all a breakdown as to what you see in social media when you see people talking about a whole lot of other people out there. Because when they're not talking about those people, their views drop on their channels. Because now we got to get to the true essence of who this individual is. And this individual don't want to really necessarily talk about themselves because they know they're boring. I may be boring to a whole bunch of people. So this is why I'm true to the nature of what my content is. So I can only have people over here that have interest in what I am about. I don't never want to have to start my channel sitting down tearing down another channel. Oh, I'm finna talk about Auntie Sally's channel. Auntie Sally ain't got nothing going on over there. Nobody likes Auntie Sally. But when you go to Auntie Sally's channel, you don't see her calling nobody's name. Auntie Sally is doing her work. Look, let me tell you, to any of you spiritual bullies out there, we got too much work to do, okay? So you're going to have to prove yourself. Because if any spiritual bullies fans are over here right now, you need to know right now that the individual that sent you over here have absolutely no connections to no gifts. And if they do, I want you to look on their channel and find the gift. Find the gift of their spirituality. You're not going to find nothing there. And then you got to question yourself. What are you really looking for? Because the rest of us, we're trying to ascend. We're working on an ascension over here. What are you doing? So this right here is executed for you too. Astro Project 1322 is yours too. You can get some of this too. Because I'm going to protect my gifts. And I have them. They're proven. They're on my channel. And you would see them, but you're not interested in that. All you're interested in is drama, confusion, and mess because your life is a mess. So thumbs it down. Go ahead and do that right now. You're horse playing around because you don't have a purpose. And you ain't got very much time to get yourself together because it is a life beyond the one you're living right now. And when you get over on the other side, and I don't even know why I'm sitting down here trying to explain to people of that nature any of this because they don't understand it because they're not connected. I can't explain things of this nature to those type of people. They're not connected to anything. They're just here for entertainment. That's it. So that code has been activated. Let me get on in here because I said I wasn't going to spend too much time, but I think as I explained it on my Mother Wisdom Tree channel, now I have explained it on this channel, Mother Wisdom channel. Now that it has been explained, y'all will understand what Project Astroscape 1322 is. Because I've been doing rituals to that. Hello? Not only have I been doing rituals to it, and this will teach you all something too, and you all should secure your homes this way. Write your petition up to secure everything in your existence, your home, your everything. Now, this is not going to work for spiritual bullies. Spiritual bullies, you cannot write a petition and expect for any supernatural force to help you. Okay? They're not going to do it because they know your heart. If they know who you are and what you're doing, you understand what I'm saying? That they will turn against you. Because if you send them to somebody's home that is heavily protected and they get hurt, they're coming back to you wounded. Or they can come back to you and hurt you. Okay? There's some serious business over here that I deal with because I give regular blood sacrifices to my spirits. So, and the people who protect me in high and low places. So you got all of that you got to deal with. Okay? This has been going on way since the beginning of time, the beginning of me. So this is nothing you can unglue and undo right now. You don't have the skill or the expertise. While you wasting that energy to try to spiritually bully someone in social media and take them down, you can use that same energy to raise your children, protect your families, gain yourself some wealth, gain yourself a crowd in the right way, get clients in the right way. Spend that time doing that. That's what you should do. Not wasting your time to find a way to say, well, I'm going to take this Spiritree down. She's been here 13 years and everyone knows her, and I will be a hero if I can do this. It's a waste of your time. Because if I had that type of energy, do you know what I would be doing with it? Which I do have that type of energy. But I'm just saying, if I can collect the energy of all of these people who are spending all of their time to try to attack, because that's all they can do is attack the channel. They don't have any type of gift to attack a life. They only can attack a YouTube channel and views. If I had all of that energy, this would be a better place. Imagine what we could do with that. I would have bird houses all over the yard. I would feed the birds all kind of food. I would have all kind of bird foods to feed all the birds because I'm a bird feeder. I would have all kind of vegetables and fruits growing everywhere. I would have a greenhouse where the windows automatically go up when it gets a certain temperature, motherfuckers. I'm talking about the people who come to attack the channel in any kind of way. I would use that for that. It's too much work to be doing. So if that's your spiritual leader, and your spiritual leader have brought you over here to me to see how I'm going to react to the mess, which mess is nothing but a indication that you got a messy life. Your house is all tore up, nothing organized. That's all it means. Then you yourself are being judged. We're judging you. Okay, you're under judgment. Because I don't want to hear it. Nobody calls anybody names over here. I haven't called a name of any YouTube channel. Not one. But I bet you if you go over to your leader's channel, that's all they do. That's a spiritual bully. You hear anyone in this spiritual community calling out any names of other YouTubers, they are spiritual bullies. I got a Project Astroscape 1322 for those asses. Okay? And the only reason why they laugh, any of them, there is no divine spiritual connection. They say they're spiritual because it is just the fad for right now. It's a trend. But they have not been called by nothing. They have been gifted by nothing. Ask them what their gifts is and show receipts. Tell them you want receipts. Tell them you want to see evidence. Okay? Don't hold your breath. Tell them you don't want to hear what they're talking about. You want them to show you what they're talking about. Spiritual bullies, you on blast. So you got to show and do some showing and proving. I was going to talk to the spiritualists who have been spiritually bullied out there, because I've seen some others being spiritually bullied too. Know that when they talk all kind of crap about you and street jargon about you, you got to know that you have shown some evidence that you're spiritually gifted. Okay? Some of our readings are not sugar coated. Some of our readings are so truthful and so blunt and in your face that will cause people to go on a smear campaign too. They will write all kinds of bad reviews on you because they could not handle the truth. That's your badge of honor. You don't need everybody speaking all kinds of fluff on you, because that means you give fluffy readings. I don't give fluffy readings. I give truth. I want to compare it to this. Look at this right here. I was just looking at the movie Eve's Bayou. Y'all hear me talk about the Wizard of Oz all the time, and I'm gonna talk about it real quick, and then we'll get into what we gotta get into. Well, y'all know what I said about the Wizard of Oz. It's a lot of messages in that movie, but one that stood out the most to me, and they need to do a Wizard of Oz really with black people. It'll be cool. Not that what you call that thing, Oz or something like that, with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, comical shit. Nah, not like that. And I'm not trying to disrespect them, because it was pretty comical and good, but a truthful, spiritual Wizard of Oz with black people in it, just really showing it like it should be shown, you know what I'm saying, would really be a very it would be very horrifying. I don't even know if they can even handle that, but it would be a lot of good material in it for us to learn from, you know what I'm saying. And see, my mind's going a lot of places because I want to try to describe the way it should be really done, but I don't have that kind of time to do that. Let me go back over here to the original. Well, one of the originals, because it was another Wizard of Oz way before the one hit the screen. I think it was the 1930s or something like that. With Judy Garland in it, you know. But there was one way before that one, and it was like it had no sound in it. It's like a motion film, that kind of thing. And then the book itself was before all of it. But what I took away from that is I saw two people playing chess. That's what I took out of it. It's a lot, but let me just tell you what I took out of it. I took a lot of things, but this stood in my mind profoundly: how people can use other people like pawns and play chess. Do I think it's terrible that people use people for pawns and play chess? I think that it's life. I think life is a dirty game. And while we're wasting our time talking about how dirty life is, we really should be taking our time to learn how to play on the board of life. Like they said, don't hate the player, hate the game. Once you learn the game, you ain't got to hate the game no more. Because now you know how to strategize. This is all life is. And if you want to hate me because I say this is what life is, it's because you never liked me in the first place. And it's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not here to make nobody like me. I'm here for my own God-given experience. And I feel like if you really don't like my content or like me, You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying? You got a problem with that. It's me that's taking most of the time in your life, in your headspace. I am taking all of that because you've given me the permission to have that space. Um, but looking at the Wizard of Oz, I have learned that these two queens are playing with a bunch of people. Okay? So if you have the status of acceptance, you can play with the residents. Okay? And they don't mind you using them. And I don't have a problem with y'all's relationship. You understand what I'm saying? That's y'all's business because, you all have contracts. We all have contracts here on the planet. You understand? Then I look at the Green Witch. I always talk about her. She was gifted with divine intervention. She was able to control the poppies, control, like I said, the plant life, the animal life. She was able to do all of these different things. And she was the truth. She laid down the truth on the land. She didn't let up. And so the residents did not like her. They didn't care for her. Understand what I'm saying? I look at Eve's Bayou. And if you haven't, y'all need to watch that movie. You understand? And I watch it over and over and over again. And each time I catch something that I didn't catch the last time. Looking at and evaluating Eve's Bayou, you still had two witches on deck. You had the witch that kept her face painted. And she had all her little animal life material. So because she did have some power over, not some power, but she did have the power of nature. She had her charms and all her little trinkets and everything around her. And she bared the bitter truth and she was hated. Matter of fact, wasn't nobody really over there with her because they were scared of the truth. You got to realize some people spiritually bully you because they hate the truth. So a lot of you spiritualists, you need to get prepared, not just here on social media platform, because I have more spiritualists over here than I do have recipients who just coming for work. Get ready. If you are an honest, truthful, and not fluffy spiritualist, you're going to have a lot of people that are not going to like you. When I look at the other witch on East Bayou, she fitted the standards of beauty. She had the cute little dresses on. She had what black people call the pretty hair. And she did, and all kinds of people came to her, but she doubted her work. She was gifted, but she doubted herself. Most of these spiritual bullies doubt themselves. Why? Because they look so much to the people who bear truth. And they long for the qualities and aspects of those people they bully until they don't realize that they have their own spiritual gifts that they don't pay attention to. They won't acknowledge them. What am I talking about? I noticed that this lady, the so-called pretty, whatever that is to whoever, the so-called pretty witch gave readings. And her niece, Eve, asked her, once she had given one of her clients this thing, go home and work on this, she said, do you think that's going to work? And she said, I don't know. But she gave it to a client. That was her doubt in her work. But this is what drew her to the witch that had her face painted. Because she thought more of the witch that had her face painted than she did of herself. But we saw she had gifts because she fainted in the street. And when she fainted in the street, She saw everything that was getting ready to happen, and it happened just like what she saw. But she was afraid of her gift. You'll also find that spiritual beliefs are not only doubtful, but they're fearful. They're frightened. They're superstitious. They're suspicious. Anytime something happens to them, they think that the witch that's more powerful than they are, because they've decided that, had something to do with it. I saw that in Eve's Bayou. Please watch that movie. Okay, so I'm up in the joint. Okay, so let me acknowledge everybody. Some other people have come in. Hey, Brown Sugar, how you doing? Hey, Kevin Jones. Hey, Renee Secret Garden. Hey, Edward. Hey, Kendra. Hey, Johnny Rivers. Hey, Winklebottom. Oh, look at this. Winklebottom says, I just dealt with another spiritual bully. They made a video about me. YouTube wouldn't take the video down. You're right. I was meant to hear this. Let the video stay up. Never flag. Let me tell y'all. Type in Spiritree and you'll see all of my spiritual beliefs. Type that in. You want to keep them. That is your advertisement. I have gotten more clientele from people spiritually bullying me, putting me on blast. It drives money. When a person calls my name out, I don't know what it is. On their videos, if they call my names out, all of a sudden I get work. Because, I was kind of, I was on a little rest period. Because I got to get a whole bunch of material together, because I got clients that are coming to, I couldn't believe people are actually spending money to come to the temple. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, I'm super busy, because, and I know when somebody's either putting my name in a title, writing a bad review, or calling me out, because all of a sudden people start booking readings like mad, and then want to buy. They're people just bypass they're bypassing the website, and just money just in the cash app, or money just in PayPal. Boom, I got money in PayPal. You know what I'm saying? Boom, here's a Western Union. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on. Boom, there is a check in the mail. You all don't know it. I get more checks in the mail than I get anything. I'm going to the bank, putting money in the bank. Hello. I said somebody is calling out my name. So let them call your name out. I want more people to talk trash. Keep talking it. All it do is some people will set themselves up so that people can talk about them, because they know it's an advertisement and they can get money. Some people would actually play the victim. Yeah, everybody is around here attacking me. Such and such channels attacking me, and these channels are not attacking these people. There's nobody calling their name out on these people channels. They're lying. But they do that because it's money in it. Yeah, Miss Auntie Sally, go over there and look at her. Timestamp right at 5 minutes. She calling me all kinds of names. I don't see what Auntie Sally has said a word about you. Why are you lying? You're lying because you want the money. I'm telling y'all the real way this thing works in social media. So let the video stay up. There was one young man And y'all can see he was racist. He called me Spiritree, not Igor. That's what he called me. I flagged that video. YouTube told me they were going to take my channel down. But it was a lesson in that. What's the lesson? Because he was using, they said it was a false DMCA claim. But it's not, because the way he portrayed my videos and my content is not the way I originally wanted to be portrayed. So, to be, you know what I'm saying? So, in a sense, that was not a false DMCA claim. Anybody's using your content to harass, bully you, or insult you in any kind of way, you understand? That is a DMCA claim. So I left it there. So I never flagged nothing else. But what I learned was this: when they do that, it drives more traffic to your channel. And the people who really want to get the opportunity to figure you out, because they really want that, what it does is causes people to really put a lot of time and attention into trying to figure out why these people do this to you. They want to know. So around that time, when that was going on, I made more money than I can handle. That's how I come. Let's put it like this: this character that did this is responsible for most of the cash that I utilize to purchase the temple. You always want to be in the headlines. This is why celebrities don't care if you talk good or talk bad. It's when you're no longer in the headlines when you got to worry. Because there ain't nobody talking about nobody that ain't doing nothing. Everybody's talking about the person that's doing something, whether it be good, whether it be bad. I don't want you to run off, and I'm not looking for a fluff club. I am not looking for a fluff fan club. Really, psychics ought to be hated in a sense. I was reading a book and it talked about psychics. Y'all, let's get the thumbs up so we'll know how many people grace this place. Let's get the thumbs up. Come on, let's get the thumbs up. I was reading a book and it was talking about the cabin days, the days of slavery. And it talked about how they used conjure men, conjure women. Europeans gave us those names that were for people like us that had gifts of sight and we could see. They called us those conjurers. And the root workers, the psychics, they had all kind of names. We call them seer. This is seer. This two-head doctor. I'm called here amongst people here in Alabama, two-head doctor. I met some of my cousins. Some of my cousins are clients. My blood cousins. Shout out to you all. They call me a two-head doctor. That's an Alabama term, two-head doctor. Um, Back in them days, we were feared. People stayed the hell away from around us because they were scared we were going to either tell them something that was going to frighten them or we was going to hand down justice. Not only can I see, but I do hand down justice. The innocence of what I look like is what gets you in trouble. I'm like that orange frog over in the jungle. You can look at it and say, oh, how pretty. And you could touch it and you can die. That's me. So don't let this regal face fool you. Hello? And I want you all to adopt this too. Okay? Let them talk. They supposed to fear us. And if you're talking about a spiritualist negatively or blaspheming that spiritualist, you're doing it out of fear and not even knowing it. That's out of fear, baby. You are afraid. They're scared of you. So they build their courage up. I'm building my courage. I'm building my courage. I'm building my courage to confront you by attacking you. But I know you're frightened. That's what that is. Let them talk. And I refuse to flag another video. Keep me in the headlines. Hello? I don't need, oh, yes, I talked to her. I don't need reviews. People say, oh, you need reviews. No, I do not. If you cannot come to my channel and see for yourself the fruits of my labor, okay? If that ain't enough, nothing is ever going to be enough. Nothing. Because I am an example of my work. Everything that I have here now that I show forth the temple is the example. That is the motherfucking review. Hello? Because the spirits didn't have to give me. They didn't have to choose me. But because I went through the rites of passage, the pain, the humiliation, the subjugation, all of the integration, all of that shit, all the gations, hell. This is why I'm here. And I've inspired other people to get temples. Everybody wants a temple now in this community. I was the first in this community. Hello? And I want others to get their temples going. I want it to be infectious. Everybody will be infected with the temple. We all have our physical bodies. That's our first temple. But we're going to have temples all over America, spiritualists, where people can come in with an humble heart and mind, not to come in to take over or to defile. Because if you come in, that's why you have to take your shoes off. People have come to try and defile my temple, and they got their ass whooped and became spiritual bullies. Cannot defile the temple. You cannot come in my temple and smoke sage and Palo Santo in my motherfucking temple to try to run my motherfucking spirits out, because you're going to get your ass blasted on. I had a motherfucker try to do that. You know who you is. You try to hover around my bedroom. I'm not talking about anything past last year. I'm talking about now. Don't come to my bedroom and try to do that. That's my business right there. That's my temple. That's my sanctuary. That's like me coming to your house and trying to smoke Palo Santo in your motherfucking house. It's disrespectful. I'll give orders to anybody I want to smoke Palo Santo around my motherfucking temple. Hello? Now, you can't smoke Palo Santo to smoke smudge my motherfucking spirits out. That's their goddamn temple. Because when you do that, your transmission be ready to give out. Copy. And I'm tell you one more time, come and get your cases, okay? With your all your things in it. Your paperwork, come and get it. Because you're listening. You need to come and get your things. Because if not, I'm throwing them in the dumpster. I am not a shelter. I got to clarify what this is, because I got other people who got things there. I'm talking about You know who you were. You left your all your papers over. You left your photo albums with your entire family in there. You got a big old huge book. You got it on my front porch at my physical residence that I live in. I'm not talking about people who have put stuff in the temple. I'm not talking about you all, because I do have people who have their items here in my temple. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about these things are something you dropped on my front porch. Two gray cases that are on my front porch, and it's got a whole bunch of pictures of your family in it. I want you to come and get them, okay? You got 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and you listen to me all the time. You got 2 weeks, okay? And I need to let you know you made an F, okay? You made an F in the spirit realm. You made an F. So come and get your come and get your things. Hey Jackie, thank you for moderating. She has my cash app out there. Thank you so much, Jackie, for all that you do. Um, you doing okay, Jackie? Hey Rodriguez Curitan, how you doing? Hey Crazy Eight. Hey Alaric Ice, how you doing? Alaric said, hell, we need more two heads. Well, a lot of two heads are gone. Most of our two heads are gone. And I forgot, in Georgia they do call them two heads in Georgia too. I'm not sure about Mississippi, whether they do that there or not. But the two heads, now a lot of people have their own take on what the two heads mean. But they say the two heads is, one head is in the physical and the other head is in the spiritual, and the two of them come together. You understand? And they give you what's beyond the veil. So that's what that term two head doctor comes from. And I found a lot of people have found me by using that word as my to way to find me, because there are a lot of people. Most of my clients, all of my clients now are in Louisiana, Mississippi. It's closed in. At first, everybody was international. I don't have any more international clients because everyone is here remote. So it's Louisiana, Mississippi. No, I don't have any Mississippians. At one time I had Mississippians. So it's just Louisiana now. Alabama is the biggest portion of where I get most of my clients. Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina one time was like big time. I don't have many North Carolinians anymore. No Tennesseans. Um, and every now and then Californians, the Southern Californians, they sort of like us too. Um, where else we are? Maryland, a lot of them in Maryland, Massachusetts. Who else? Massachusetts, and I gotta say something. I gotta say something. Listen, young ladies, y'all gotta start listening. Chicagoans, Illinoisans, have a lot of those. Nobody overseas. At one time, I was getting a lot of people from the Virgin Islands, and that's some other stuff right there, man. I got infected, and I told Spirit, don't send nobody else from the Virgin Islands over here no more. Because I got sick 2 times from somebody in Virgin Islands. Y'all had some terrible stuff on you. Y'all better find on you. You better find somebody over there to help y'all get rid of that stuff y'all got on that island over there. Because them islands ain't no joke. Um, I need to talk to you. Some of y'all need to listen to y'all mamas. Some of y'all mamas have sent to me, y'all to me. You know who you are. Your mother knows well. And one of y'all up there, you my family members, blood family members. You need to listen to your mother. You didn't receive the reading well because you don't want to listen to your mama. Hello? let me tell y'all about this situation. So I don't talk about nobody's business or whatever, but me and mom are cousins. And mom couldn't do nothing with her daughter. So mom sent her to me. She don't want to listen to mama. She don't want to listen to me. Because a lot of young women think we old school. We don't know what we talking about. Look, even sometimes I have trouble with my own daughters. I know you all are grown women. But there comes a time when you have to listen to the elders. I have to listen to mine. You got to listen to yours. Your magic ain't gonna go nowhere. You won't have the magic touch until spirit sees that you can respect authority, elder authority. These spirits are not gonna do nothing for you until they see that you've humbled yourself to elder authority. You cannot blaspheme your mama. You cannot talk negatively about your mama and think you got spirits rolling and riding with you. If you do feel like you got spirits rolling and riding with you, they mean you no good. They mean you harm. Y'all, we stuck at 28 thumbs up. Can we get more thumbs up in this joint? We at 28, y'all. Ain't nobody gonna put no more on here? Okay, thank you. Okay, so now I can move on. Okay, so once again, if you're out there and you say, Mama, I can't access the key, I'm being blocked. I want to ask you, how is your relationship with your mommy and the elders? And if it ain't good, that's your blockage. You can wear all the rabbit footses around your neck, burn all the green, orange, and yellow candles you can ever imagine. You could put on all of the Palo Santo cologne. You could put on all the flower water you want to. Until you make amends with your mother. I don't care what kind of shape she in and how horrible she is. You're going to be blocked. I've made amends with my mother, which is resting in her grave, and my biological mother. You will never hear me come here and slander my mothers. It's never going to happen. Because how do I expect for my ancestors, the ancestors of my biological mother and mother that rests in her grave, to help me if they know outright I don't like the two of them? That's blockage. Believe it or not, your children are going to hate you just as much as you hate your mommy. Okay? So I want you to fix that between you and your mama. If your mama don't reach out, you reach out. Y'all got to fix this. That's the only way to break a generational curse. Cannot hate your mama and claim to break generational curses. It don't work like that. Did you understand me? Now, a lot of people are not gonna. Y'all be wondering why folks talk about me so bad in the spiritual community. A lot of people don't like for me to hand down the justice, the truth. Everything I speak is truthful. Hello, just like I told Mr. Willie, you're gonna continue to have all kind of troubles and issues with your money, your car, because you love your car more than you do anything. Okay. Because that's the way you get them. You're going to have trouble with that until you come to me personally and apologize to me. He went in the temple to apologize to the temple and the spirits. No, baby, you got to come to me because I am the temple and the spirits. Hello? There's no way to get around humbling thyself to me. Hello? Because I am your blessings. Hello? I give you access. You wouldn't even have your car if it wasn't for us. So just like we got you that, we can also take it away. You cannot blaspheme a spiritualist that have built you and think that your whole world won't come tumbling down. You use my cement and mortar to build your life. And you think you're going to come along here? Listen, you will come tumbling down. Um, so, anyways, y'all, I done ran my mouth enough to a point where we at least we got fed up in this joint. Can we get some more? Can we get some more, some more, some more, some more thumbs up, so some more thumbs down? Cause honey, I appreciate them both. Hello? Can we get some ups and downs up in this joint? This still give me a true, accurate account of who all was here. It's saying 23 been in here, but we know 30 or more have been here because that's where the thumbs are up. Hello? And some people do, they'll show up and they'll leave. They'll show up and they'll leave. Yeah, Edward, there have been some more travels, and I'll talk about them a little bit later. Just some very interesting travels. I'm glad you asked about them. Hey Reggie Thomas, how you doing? Hey Erica Bianca. Oh, listen to that. Erica said her elders are older than her paternals. She's a clone, a demon. I curse her, but good luck with that baby. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. Uh-huh. So let's get to the heart of why I am him. Can I talk to y'all? Here we are. Y'all see the thumbnail? Look at the thumbnail. I know it don't make sense. And I noticed that thumbnails is what gets you your viewers. Viewers are drawn in by that thumbnail. When they see those thumbnails, that's what gets your people in the joint. You know what I'm saying? Um, but this is about Demona, Israel. So I need to talk about that because I've been here for a minute, y'all. But don't forget, Project Astral Skate 1322. So I want to keep on having to go through that. Okay, Project Astral Skate 1322. Okay. Every now and then I will be making references to it. Probably I will just say 1322 throughout the video. 1322. That's going to affect how many people that are going to come up in this joint too, because a lot of people are going to be kind of cautious about that because they know. And if you say, I'm going to go up in there anyways and prove everybody how brave I am, like better you than me. Hello, better you than I myself. Um, Israel's new call to deport African Hebrew Israelites reopens old wounds. In the late 1970s, Israel formed I don't know how to pronounce this, KNESSET community. I mean, committed to investigate the Black Hebrews cult, a community of non Jewish African Americans who had been entering the country on tourist visas and settling illegally in the Negev desert for almost a decade. I don't want to read that. I don't like that one. Hang on. That's not the one I read in the beginning. I'm going to read a little bit of this one and y'all check it out. I want to give reference to the individual that wrote this. Thank you to HAARETZ. You have to subscribe to get all of it, so I'm going to read a portion of it. This is our home. Black Hebrew Israelites in shock after Israel announces deportation plan. Now, for a lot of you all may not know about this community. There are some African Americans there that have been there since the 1960s, I heard. I think they was talking about a committee in the 1970s that discussed this, but these people felt uh, drawn to this place, that they are the descendants, they are the Jews of Israel. So in the 1960s, a leader went over there and formed a cult over there in Dimona, Israel. I actually talked to a man that lived there for a little portion of time, and he's back in America again. The Okay, so Black Hebrew. Hang on one, y'all. Hang on 1 minute. Black Hebrew Israelites are in shock after Israel announces the deportation plan. Um, the African American group first came to Israel in the late 1960s, but now about 100 of them may have to return to the United States. It's no secret that those most opposed to us being here are the ultra Orthodox, a community leader tells HAARETZ. Judy Maltz is responsible for this write up. Zakiya, Nyasuman, was 26 years old when she left her home in Kentucky and arrived in the southern desert town of Dimona 27 years ago. Her three children were all born in Israel. Last Thursday, this lady was notified that she has 60 days and she got to get the hell up out that joint. If you all want to read more, you can go to Judy Malt's uh, site and read this. You subscribe to it, only $1 for the first month, and then you'll pay more for more content if you want to go and read her write up on this. Somebody said maybe if the Black Hebrews agree to undergo religious conversion supervised by Israel approved rabbis, as well as submit to skin lightening procedures, their case may be reconsidered. So, y'all read up on this. Now, I've been following. My son is a Black Hebrew Israelite, if y'all do not know it or not. He is one of those, what you call him? Yeah. Hey, he's a Black Hebrew Israelite. To be honest with you all, and y'all may be say, what the hell? He has two wives. Did y'all hear what I said? And I think a lot of people already know it. My son has two wives. Some of you all who have come to the events have met the two wives, and they have three children upon them. So for a minute there, I was not one. I was always going to their meetups and stuff like that. Shout out to Sister Tammy. We would go to their homes and stuff like that. I was not going to have that here, whatever. Not that I don't believe in it. Each is to its own, and I have nothing negative to say to the Hebrew Israelites and everything. But just do what y'all feel like is in y'all's heart, and it's not my place to judge y'all. And y'all can't get mad with me because I'm not judging them. You understand? I'm not handing out any judgment to them unless they come over here and mess with what I got going on over here on my end. Hello? A lot of people are going to get angry with me about this one. I do believe in polygamy. I believe in polygamy. Uh, I do believe that we can share one man. I know y'all really gonna hate me for this, but I don't care. I'm truthful, and I'm just allowing you all in my world. World. That's it. A lot of folks gonna be like, mm-mm. How do I feel about Nature Boy? I believe in that. I am a Nature Boy fan. No, I'm gonna lose a lot of people. Understand what I'm saying? I am a Nature Boy fan. Nature Boy also comments on my channel. If you all did not know that, okay? Uh, I am not for abuse. So it is shown. I've seen that a little bit where there has been some abuse for that, and I'm not down for the abuse. I'm totally against that. If a man is taking good care of his wives, you understand, he's not abusing his wives and his children, then I think it's a beautiful world for them. You understand? It is when you're physically and emotionally taking things out on your family that you become a bad person. So we know he has some flaws, okay, there in that aspect. But his teachings, I've learned a lot from his teachings. I mean, we can't deny that. My mom said, try not to focus so hard on what the preacher does in his character and focus on the message. I try to focus on the message, but y'all know I don't like too much like no pimps and no preachers and everything. I can't get down with that. I do believe a man can lead us. You know what I'm saying? As long as he's not leading us with what's down there. I need you to lead us by the crown and not but by that down there. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I do believe that a polygamous relationship is a beautiful thing because we have a lot of women here that need male protection. And I don't care what nobody say that I mean that is very important. Don't tell me we don't need no male protection because we do. If this turns into a third world country, we'll realize how important our, divine masculines are to us. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's where I'm at on that. So for the people who don't like Nature Boy, you understand what I'm saying? I know you're not gonna like the fact that I'm a fan of his, but know that I listen a lot to his teaching. I listen a lot to his teachings and I see where he's going with this, but like I said, his trip up is the fact that a lot of those women in there are getting hurt and emotionally abused. I've seen where one of the women actually left that had the baby, but the problem I have with her is that she went back. Once we figure out, you understand, that this is not a good place, we can't go back to revisit these places. And I get on my youngest daughter about this all the time. We don't go back to revisit the abuse. See what I'm saying? So we're going to be more harsh on our judgment with the women because that just comes with the territory. A lot of the women going over there to learn their lessons. If it's not a good place, we expect for you to leave. And when you leave, we don't expect you to go back. Okay? So whether we want to get down with the get down or not, we're going to realize that you're going to have to come to grips with the fact that there's always going to be occult leaders out there. There's always going to be cult leaders out there. The temple was once a cult place. The temple was. It was a man. He had a cult there, and he had 5 houses. And what he would do, it was sort of like what Nature Boy did inside that very house. So this is why I had to do the kind of work I had to do up in that joint in there and everything, because ain't gonna be no more cults up in that joint like that no more. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know what kind of husband he was, but it's some wonderful husbands out there. The Mormons, they practice that mess all the time. They practice it all the time. So there are some wonderful husbands out there. We can't look at men totally like let's annihilate all the men out there. We can't do that. And I know sometimes people may get confused and think that that's what I am, but no, I am not. I am not a woman of that nature. My mind on I want to read this so bad. Because this thing is serious. So I want to read this. Um the Mona's African Hebrews launch campaign to stay put as deportations loom. Population Authority. We're asking them to go back to their country, one of the most developed in the world. But every few years, they come with new people out of the blue. And then it shows the people all happy and stuff like that. Got their own little oasis over there. Is it anywhere on this planet black people can go and have some peace? Quote Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson. Is it Johnson? I think that's what it is. Okay. The Hebrew Israelites community of Dimona in southern Israel is launching a campaign including a big event in Tel Aviv on May 20th aimed at derailing interior ministry attempts to deport dozens of people who had been asking legal status to stay. According to the ministry's Population and Immigration Authority, 17 letters have been sent to 51 individuals, many of whom are single parents. The letters ordered them to leave the country within 60 days. Recipients have the right to appeal. The community, which believes it is descended from an ancient Israelite tribe, began arriving in Israel in 1969, allowing the late Ben Carter, a Chicago steelworker who renamed himself Ben Ami Ben Israel and claimed to be God's representative on earth. All 51 people who received deportation notices entered Israel from the U.S. as tourists and remained in the country illegally once their permitted 3-month stay was up. Some are adults who were born in Israel, according to Ashriel Moore, who was coordinating the campaign to stop the deportation. Of these, same have their own children. Those who are not eligible for U.S. citizenship or have given it up are stateless and have nowhere to go. God damn it. I want y'all to read this, and I need to give respect to the source. The source is the Times of Israel. That's where I got this from. So y'all go back and read this, please. Does it say who wrote it? It said, ministry tricked us into identifying those here illegally. Okay. The article was written up by Sue Surkes, Suesurkes, May 16, 2021. Okay. Okay. I think it's a beautiful community. Do not get me wrong. It's always some corruption that goes on in these cults, just like we talked about the Nature Boy situation. We know there's some corruption going on. We've seen it. You understand? We know there's some corruption going on here in this cult. Even Malachi York's, it was some corruption going on. So don't think because I say I like the idea, I'm for the corruption, because I'm not. So let's get this straight right now. We know there's some corruption that goes on in these churches. Hello? We know it's some corruption everywhere we go. But what I like is to see black people be able to come together in some form of unity. You don't see that in America. I like Oyotanji Village. I like the idea of them coming together, having a community for us. We need something. It doesn't mean that we're racist, because I love all people. Don't get me wrong. Of all races, I love them. But I know the Mormons at the end of the day going to do their thing. I ain't got no problem with them celebrating that. I know at the end of the day that the Amish are going to get together and do their thing. I ain't got no problem with that. They get a chance to do their thing. Nobody complaining. But how come people complain and always try to find something wrong when we get together? What's wrong with all of God's children getting together? Hello? They trying to damn near run the folks off from Oyotanji village with all these different weather storms, weather warfare and all of that stuff like that. Can they have a? Is there anywhere on this planet black people can come together and have some form of peace? Quote Dr. Umar Johnson. Oh, they talked about his corruption and what he got going on. I heard he got his school going together. Can we focus on what they're trying to do for us, too? I'm not saying that we're going to totally ignore the corruption, but, we focus so much on just the corruption, we forget of what they're trying to do. So, in the midst of the corruption, let's focus on how we can make some improvements on these situations. Everybody's got these faults now. And I'm not diminishing them. Okay? So if you see some corruption on my end, we'll take the good aspects of what I do and go to your channels or go to your temples or go to your venues and show us how you gonna make it right. Show us, not talk to us about it. Show us, turn the camera on and show us how you gonna make it right. Hello? So, I see it and I like the unity. Here's the thing. When they went to that desert, that's what it was. It was a motherfucking desert. Had no type of vegetation, no nothing. These people went over there and began irrigation processes. They grow their own food. They market, doing the same thing they do in the Amish group. Every time we get together and do some shit like that, and we get it popping, then all of a sudden everybody want it. So you may not understand the thumbnail. What I'm doing is showing you the desolate place Demona was before they got there. Look at the thumbnail on one side. Barren wasteland. Then I show you the after effects. It became a motherfucking oasis. Everywhere black people go, no matter where, they can create an oasis. This is how come they gonna get y'all up out the ghetto joint, up in New Orleans, and all these other chocolate cities. Because now that you have come through, and now there are different resources in the ground now. We ain't paying attention to the dilapidated conditions of housing and all of the shooting and carrying on in the street. Even though, like I said, that is the corruption. But you got a lot of minerals in the ground now. Black people bring that to it. Like I told y'all the story about the man who was in his backyard and he was digging. Black man was digging right here. He was digging up a hole to, I guess, plant something. I don't know. And then a spring came up and he had crawfish, mud bugs all over the yard. So now he got a market where he sat on the side of the road, because I be seeing him over there. He got mud bugs. He sell mud bugs now. Okay? I was told that here where I'm at now, they're mud bugs. They're crawfish in this little ditch spring that I got here right now. Okay? Some black folks like Sarah Rector, look her up. She had oil in her backyard. It's a whole story about some Native Americans and all this shit. Gave us some land, and she was the youngest millionaire, and oil came up from the ground or some shit like that. Which she is the Native American, so I don't know who this Native American they talking about. I guess it's one of them $5 Indians. But she became rich, and they was trying to take these spiritual bullies, okay. Tried to take all her stuff from her, so she had to pick up and move somewhere far off because they was trying to trick her and take her stuff from her. And so they do you like that. But what I'm getting at is, okay, in the hood, now they're ready for y'all to leave. You done brought your spirits in and everything, and it's a wonderful place now. They're ready to get you out of there, plow your house down or fix your house up, sell it, and dig up in the ground and see what they can find down out of there. You understand? And that's what Sonny Patterson's poem is about. when she said my crawfish, my city, and all that ain't for sale. Thank you very kindly for that gift, Sonny. So over here in Demona, Israel, they don't went up in there and irrigated, and I bet it's very well. I ain't gonna say I bet. The man told me that used to live over there. He said it was very luscious over there. He said they had grapes the size of your fist growing. Did y'all hear me? He said, oh my God, the fruit was totally different from this fruit here in America. And this is the fruit of thy wombs, you understand, in the moment. And now they got it looking nice and lovely over there. Now y'all can go home now. Yeah, we gave y'all that little piece of dry land. But thank you so much for fixing that up now. We got plans for that. Y'all can all go back to America, okay? I want them to fight and stay right there where they at. Now, some people say it's a blessing in disguise that they need to get up out of there anyway because of the war and all that going on with Israel. Biden got together with the president and everything. They probably came to Biden probably want all their asses back. He may be talking to the president saying, hey, send them back here. Because like they said, every time they turn around, they add more and more people. More and more people are showing up, and more people are showing up. And Biden might be afraid that we're going to leave him and all go over there and abandon America. Because, they need our spare parts. They see us like a junkyard now. It might be a liver they need. It may be a liver over there that they need. A kidney. Or something, a thyroid or something up in that joint. They need them spare parts. I see them all smiling and laughing and the women dancing with their little head wraps and dresses on and stuff. They dressing the way I'm going to be dressing. They want y'all. They got plans for that. Hello? They want you back over here because it's some over there y'all got America needs. They can't wait for that plan to get back over here and land. Y'all better fight. Y'all better fight. Don't give up. Don't you dare give up. Fight for what's yours. Y'all notice the wind has been blowing vigorously. What's up with that? The wind is really blowing really hard. A part of the weather project. That's it. So I just wanted to discuss that with y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and go on. It has been nice. How long have we been on here? 97 minutes, which is an hour and 37 minutes. Y'all got a plenty I got to do. I got 2 people coming to the temple this weekend. Next weekend I'm going for going to the ocean for another spiritual cleansing. If you're interested in coming for it, just let me know. We'll go to the ocean and do our head washings because it's time. I got a lot I gotta do. I got my apprentices. We got to get this calendar together, and I still ain't got it together yet. Where we're gonna have to have in our calendar everything we do on a specific date, and each year we do these specific things on a specific date. My grandbaby is getting his cleansing somewhere and around that area. I got to go and remind my daughter and everything. So we're gonna put him in the air. I want his dad to do this. I hope his dad will do it. Put him in the air and while dad is standing in the ocean and name him by the spirits of the sea. The spirits of the sea. All of our gods. Oh yeah. I'm going to name them all. The Loa and the Orisha. Oya, Abatala, Ogun, Ochun. We're going to put him up in there like, I just cannot wait. I cannot wait to get my little booger, 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 booger and hold him in the ocean and talk to Oya, and talk to the different spirits about him. And for sure now I know who he is. I know who he is spiritually. And that's a whole nother video. I'll talk about that later. And I'm gonna take my other grandson too. So I'm gonna tell him that has never happened to him before. Oh, hey Astro, thank you for moderating. I'm doing fine, Astro. I am. I'm hungry. I'm starving, so that's why I'm a little bit listless on this video, and it's not as you know what I'm saying? Because I am starving. Let me tell you what I did yesterday. I went ahead and just I ate like I usually ate. I ate all of the stuff that ain't necessarily good, and I noticed when I eat like that, it makes me feel like I need more food to eat. Um, Yesterday I had what was it I had yesterday? I had Mr. Willard talked me into going to this restaurant. We had like rice, gravy, and I know y'all gonna be repulsed. I don't even want to talk about it, but I bit a little piece of it. Calf liver. Ugh. Bit some of it. Mr. Willard wanted me to. I bit that calf liver, and now my liver got the quiver. Hello. So I had some of that. I bit into that, and then but the rest of it I went for like I had a squash casserole. I ate that, which was not good. It was cheese in it. It's true what they say: cheese make you develop a lot of mucus. So I had like a lot of going on. That comes from the cheese. So all you cheese eaters, that comes from that. I had cabbage. I had a piece of cornbread. That wasn't good, was it, y'all? Had two little tiny piece of carrot cake, and I just went overboard. When I got home I ate two of those sundae cones because they're real small now, so I ate two of those. So I said I must have a day out of the week where I am eating all of the stuff that is forbidden to keep myself from going into like what they call a binge cycle. So now I'll be back to eating like what I supposed to eat, all of the vegetables and things of that nature. I'm back onto that today. So if you all are trying to get rid of a bad habit in your eating or what have you, you need to have that at least once a week. And when you have that once a week, try your best to eventually stop doing it. But don't go cold turkey. Most people who go cold turkey eventually go back to visit that place of bad eating habits. Hello, marijuana community. How are you doing? You doing okay? It's been a minute since I've seen them. I have not been seeing you lately. Where you been? Astro said they put extra salt and sugar in the food to take us addicted to the high salt, high sugar foods. Yeah, because the salt and the sugar is actually a drug. People don't realize there are drugs. It's not natural salt. It's sodium benzoate and things of that nature and stuff like that, which it becomes a drug. Or sodium chloride and those things, all those compounds are drugs. They make those in laboratories. The sugar, the crystallized sugar is a drug. Natural, what they're trying to do is to, in a synthetic manner, reproduce it in a lab, and that's what makes it addictive. You know, uh, the natural sugars only occur in your fruits and your vegetables and your sugar canes. And it's illegal to bring sugar cane from another country to America. People don't know that. They don't want you to necessarily be able to create these things your own. You know what I'm saying? Or they are extracting it from genetically modified corn and they produce corn syrup. All that stuff is not good for us. It is very addictive. Children are addicted to high fructose corn syrup and all of this. This is what produces Western disease. And most of it feeds cancer and feeds viruses. This is their food. So we become like a buffet to these pathogens. I agree with you. Marijuana said no vax. Okay, then. So this is the end of this video. Okay. Reggie says we are the Israelites. That's you ought to hear my son preach on that, honey. Y'all listen, you don't know what you into, what you in for when he get to preaching about that. I used to go to their little meetings and stuff like that. I'm up in the chat joint, y'all. Okay. Any questions? Because I got to get ready to leave. Finna hop in this bathtub, y'all. Any questions? Okay. Anybody got any question? 1322. 1322. Any questions up in this joint? We have had 41 people to grace this place. While you're at it, please go to my website. It is in the description box. Okay. Click on that link or just type in www.motherwizard www.motherwizard.com. Go in there and download. No. Go in there and fill out the contact slip so that you can be notified anytime I got content on there. Okay. In addition to that, I have the YouTube videos that I've created on my website. Is there. Okay. When you have filled out that contact information, then I can send out email blasts to every last one of you all, and you'll kind of get an idea of what I got going on in the website. And you can click on the videos if you like to watch the videos, because you may not know I've created them because they don't really send out notifications for this channel. Um, so do that. Now, we have, I think, 400 and some people, but only 240 active. You have to download or install, as the term says, the Spaces app. You can find it in your Google Play Store. Spaces by Wix, Wix. Once you have that app there, then I think it'll take away a lot of the hassle of trying to go through the email to get to my website. Once you have it installed on your cell phones or your tablets or whatever device you're going to use, you can just click on that app and it'll take you straight to whatever site you want to go to, because we can follow each other. I can follow y'all just like y'all can follow me. It's a lot on there. So go ahead and do that now. Thank you so much, Astro. Our moderator says she put the link in here if you all need the link. Thank you so much for that. And you all and you have a wonderful day too, Astro. Okay. I'm out. Bye bye.